time for the keynote speaker of today, Susan Jacques, President and CEO of the GIA, the Gemological Institute of America. She took office in 2014, although has served in the Board of Governors since 1996. Susan has a background in fine jewelry for decades, and she, as a curiosity, she reported to Warren Buffett himself, which is quite something. She is a trustee of the Ethical Alliance, member of the Board of Advisors of the Black in Jewelry Coalition, and on the board of Jewelers of America, Jewelers for Children, and the Jewelry Vigilance Committee. She has received many awards. Ladies and gentlemen, a big, warm welcome to Susan Jacques. Thank you.
Bom dia and good morning. Thank you to the ICA board, ICA President Damien Cody, Roseli Duke, President of the Brazilian Gems and Jewelry Trade Association, IBGM, Chairman of the ICA Congress 2025, Marcelo Ribeiro, and ICA CEO Doug Hucker for inviting me to speak at this wonderful conference in Brasilia. Congratulations on such a successful event, and thank you to everyone involved in putting it on and allowing us to attend, network, and learn. It's my first time in this magnificent city of Brasilia, and it's great to be back in Brazil after many years. I'm honored to be here with you all and to share insights into GIA and the wonderful legacy of discovery at the Gemological Institute of America over the past 94 years. We are a mission-driven organization, and our purpose and vision are to inspire a world of trust in gems and jewelry. We ensure the public trust in gems and jewelry by upholding the highest standards of integrity, academics, science, and professionalism through education, research, laboratory services, and instrument development. We are independent, unbiased, and objective. We are not privately owned or publicly traded, and we are not commercial. We reinvest our revenue into our four main pillars to ensure trust in the entire industry. As a nonprofit public benefit institute based in California, our very important mission is to ensure confidence in gems and jewelry through innovation, knowledge, and research. All of this ensures consumer confidence, which is critical to our industry's success, and we at GIA are proud of the important, purposeful work that we do each and every day. GIA was founded in 1931 by Robert and Beatrice Shipley. Mr. Shipley recognized that people needed to be confident in the authenticity of what they were buying, and that jewelers need to be able to foster and protect that confidence. That principle is as important today as it was back then. We remain true to our origins and aligned with our almost 100-year mission. We always talk about our origins because we're a mission-driven organization which was founded to professionalize the whole industry through education, in turn ensuring the public trust in gems and jewelry, and that remains our North Star to this day. We're very proud of the many accomplishments over the years. Several are very notable. We all use a 10-power loop to examine gems in the trade. The jeweler's loop was invented in 1934 by Robert Shipley Jr. He was focused on developing gemological instruments and techniques. He also created the binocular microscope for gemology, which enabled gems to be studied at magnification to determine their inclusions and quality. Robert Shipley Sr. founded a very simple lab in his home in Los Angeles in 1934. And in 1949, GIA established its first laboratory in New York City for pearls and colored stones. As a standard-setting organization, GIA changed how diamonds are traded and the universal language describing these rare treasures of nature. In the early 1940s, Richard T. Liddicoat developed the 4 C's of diamonds to articulate the quality of color, clarity, cut, and the carat weight of each gem. The International Diamond Grading System was introduced in 1953, and the first GIA diamond grading report was issued in 1955. Today, the 4 C's is the language used globally by the industry and consumers when describing the quality of a diamond. Through each grading report that GIA creates for diamonds, colored stones, or pearls, another consumer is protected when they purchase their gems and jewelry. They can trust the authenticity, reliability, consistency, and integrity of our independent evaluation and how we have fulfilled our important mission. Our world-renowned Gemological Institute is recognized as a global authority on diamonds, colored stones, and pearls, as a trusted brand of quality and knowledge. This has been built decade by decade with incredible leaders and experts contributing to our success through the highest standards of integrity, honesty, and trustworthiness. We have worked hard to earn this stellar reputation and continue our pioneering work through reinvesting in innovation and research to be sure we remain relevant and fulfill our mission. We have a global network of operations in the major industry centers, providing laboratory services and education. We try to be close to the trade to provide the most efficient and optimized services to ensure the timeliness of our services and ensure our clients' success. As this map shows, our 3,100 colleagues are strategically located in the important gem centers of the world. We have 10 laboratories, 2 in the United States in Carlsbad and New York City, 2 in Southern Africa in Botswana and Johannesburg, each for the past 17 years. Our newest laboratory is in Dubai, which opened in 2024 in the magnificent new DMCC New Tower. Our largest laboratory is in Mumbai, which opened in 2008, and we expanded in India in 2018 when we opened in Surat to be close to the very important diamond manufacturing and polishing epicenter of the world. We've been in Bangkok since 1993 when we opened our laboratory and school. It is one of the most important colored stone centers of the world, and we are now in a beautiful new location we moved to in 2023 for our school and laboratory. We've been in Hong Kong since 2010 for the very important Chinese and Asian markets, and in Tokyo, where we've had a presence for more than 50 years. Since 1971, first as a collaboration with Yoshiko Doi with a licensed school and then a laboratory in 2012. We have 5 primary research centers in Carlsbad, New York, Bangkok, Hong Kong, and Tokyo, as well as teams doing development work in Las Vegas and New Jersey. These important research centers are where we conduct groundbreaking research, which underpins everything we do at GIA. And we now have 7 global campuses for education. Education is the founding stone of GIA. For more than 90 years, we've been professionalizing the industry through knowledge and inspiring future leaders of the trade. Our 7 schools attract students from around the world wishing to study in residence. Our largest campus is our global headquarters in Carlsbad, California, shown here. It is a gorgeous place to study, overlooking the Carlsbad flower fields and the Pacific Ocean. We're also in the Diamond District on 47th Street in New York City, and we're very excited to be expanding to an incredible new location in London by the end of this year. Our current school is in a 400-year-old building. More than 80% of our UK school students are international from around the globe, choosing to study in this vibrant city. We're close to the Bharat Diamond Bourse in the Trade Center building in Mumbai, and we have our new exquisite location in Bangkok, which opened originally in 1993 and again attracts a lot of international students. We're in Hong Kong since 1994 and in Taipei, Taiwan, where we have offered education since 1992. To date, we've taught more than 365,000 students in our accredited educational programs. These programs cultivate future generations of gemologists, jewelry designers, bench jewelers, and industry professionals, as well as the future leaders of this trade. We teach the latest knowledge and time-tested skills using cutting-edge research and technology. Professionalism and integrity are at the heart of all that we do, so we provide our students with the expertise they need to operate at the highest standards. GIA credentials are a globally recognized mark of excellence that show a jewelry professional is equipped for the challenges and opportunities of the gem and jewelry industry. GIA offers a comprehensive curriculum that prepares students for careers in jewelry design, appraisals, sales, bench jewelry, and so much more. Located in many of the world's top gem trading and gem jewelry making centers, each of GIA's 7 global campuses offers students a highly respected education with a unique perspective on the industry. Bringing industry experience and knowledge, a passion for their craft, and a gift for teaching, GI's dedicated instructors are committed to helping to maximize a student's potential and to help them thrive in the gem and jewelry industry. We often hear from students that their GIA education transformed their lives and enabled them to have confidence, knowledge, expertise, and an ability to share this with consumers in the trade and inspired them to become lifelong learners. One of the things that we're most proud of is our ability to assist students to study with GIA through our scholarships. Many very talented and creative students would not be able to attend GIA without this financial assistance. Each year, we make available $2 million in scholarships from our GIA endowment. We currently have more than 5,000 students enrolled in our graduate gemologist, graduate jeweler, jewelry design and technology, CAD/CAM, and other classes. 20% in residence, 80% online. Our continued education seminars and professional development courses keep learners up to date with ongoing educational opportunities in this ever-changing world. We're very excited to share with you our newest education offering, GIA Next Gem. This will be launched in early June at the JCK show and comes from the industry requesting short knowledge courses for new to the trade employees. This is an on-demand learning platform designed for new hire onboarding who do not have any jewelry experience or knowledge. Turnover is high in many of these positions, and onboarding takes time. And NextGem will help reduce the burden while improving training consistency. NextGem features a broad catalog of retail-ready courses on foundational topics that complement brand training, including diamonds, colored stones, jewelry, and more. NextGem gives new hires a structured starting point that supports their long-term success. These short, engaging courses are made up of 5 to 7 minute video modules, approximately 45 minutes total per course. No jewelry or gemological knowledge is required. They're self-paced with an online format built for quick and convenient learning, accessible on any device, anywhere, anytime. We're offering a complimentary introductory course, the 4 C's of Diamond Quality, with 14-day access. You can find out more about it at nextgem.gia.edu. Most of you will recognize this as one of our famous alums, Dave Bindra, B&B Gems of Los Angeles, who's also on our board of governors, brings his unique perspective and great knowledge and expertise in colored gemstones to help strategically guide GIA into the future. Originally known as the Alumni Association, GIA began a program to establish alumni chapters over 40 years ago in 1982. As GIA expanded its educational offerings, local alumni chapters grew to include graduates from the US and global campuses, in addition to correspondence and later online education students. Students qualify for alumni status after successfully completing their first accredited education course. In 2022, the Alumni Association was revitalized and rebranded as the GIA Alumni Collective. The Alumni Collective connects GIA alumni around the globe, creating a network for shared inspiration and knowledge in the gem and jewelry industry. The Alumni Collective serves as a bridge for alumni to connect with a strong community. Today, 140 countries are represented in the online Alumni Collective community. Reaching nearly 175,000 alumni globally with 58 local chapters in 19 countries and counting. And this morning, I am thrilled to announce the launch of the GIA Alumni Collective Brazil chapter this year, which will make 59 chapters. This chapter will serve the several hundred GI alumni in the region, bringing together important opportunities to collaborate and learn, and we are so excited that local alumni have already volunteered to take leadership roles to help launch the chapter in the next few months. This is our first South American chapter, and we are thrilled. The online Alumni Collective community serves as a central hub, connecting alumni to each other and to resources such as continuing education, an online directory, virtual chapter pages, alumni story features, and more. As the trade continues to evolve, GIA graduates are perfectly positioned to drive change and growth alongside their fellow alumni, applying their education and experience to reach new heights of success in business, research, and all parts of the trade. Local chapters host networking and education-focused events, including lectures from esteemed industry professionals and researchers, and other alums, and many chapters are now visiting one another to learn more about other chapters in different countries and regions of the world. Signature events are held annually to coincide with major global trade shows, and these sold-out celebrations are an opportunity for alumni and industry friends to gather and network, exchange ideas, and embrace their incredible community of fellow alumni in a high-energy atmosphere. We'll be hosting an alumni event on June the 6th during the JCK show in Las Vegas, and hope you'll sign up to attend if you will be there. Often operating with minimal mechanization and lacking formal structures, artisanal and small-scale mining employs over 100 million people globally. Although the sector faces challenges regarding workers' legal status, environmental impact, and worker safety, it provides a critical source of income for millions of people and the families they support. ASM contributes significantly to the global gem and jewelry supply chain, accounting for an estimated 20% of gold, 80% of colored gemstones, and 15 to 20% of diamonds. GIA recognizes the vital role ASM communities play within the gem industry, and we expanded our educational outreach programs to reach these workers. Our programs empower miners with fundamental gemological knowledge, allowing them to better assess the value of their finds. Furthermore, we collaborate with local experts to respect the traditions and well-being of these communities. This commitment aligns perfectly with GIA's mission as a leading educational resource. In 2017, GIA partnered with PACT, a global nonprofit fighting poverty, to support artisanal miners. Through a program in Tanzania, we developed a field guide titled Selecting Gems, Gem Rough, a Guide for Artisanal Miners. This Swahili and English resource features clear photos of East African gemstones and teaches basic evaluation techniques. A waterproof booklet, the guide, comes with a sorting tray and equips miners to make informed decisions about their finds, potentially increasing their income. The Tanzanian miners who participated in the initial stages of the program reported a substantial increase in their earnings, ranging from 3 to 5 times their previous income. This improvement is attributed primarily to the skills they gained in pre-sorting and understanding the economic value of their gemstones. In 2023, we partnered with PAC and other nonprofits to conduct training for 2 ASM communities in Zambia and Kenya. We expanded the program from previous years to include in-depth education and training about gems and other relevant topics. For example, in Kenya, we worked with the Association of Women in Extractive Industries and coordinated with the county government of Taita Taveta to deliver the Selecting Gem Rough Guidebook, as well as occupational health and safety training. PACT also hired 2 Kenyan GIA graduate gemologists as consultants on the project. In 2024, we conducted 2 trainings in Rwanda and Madagascar. In Rwanda, the GIA training was held at a small-scale beryllium mine whose byproduct is amethyst. The training took place over 2 days with 190 students each day and included health and safety sessions during which attendees received free boots, goggles, and helmets. In Madagascar, the training was attended by 350 small-scale and artisanal miners. Since inception, GIA has provided education through PACT to 2,200 artisanal miners, and we are very proud of the assistance that we are giving to some of the most marginalized people in our industry. From this important work, thank you. From this important work have come several businesses ensuring traceability from these miners during specific market days held in country several times a year. Moyo and Anza Gems and others where traceability is assured of their gems. For over 20 years, GemKids has been igniting the imaginations of curious students with hands-on gemological adventures at the GIA Global Headquarters campus in Carlsbad, California. With more schools seeking high-quality, accessible digital learning opportunities, this one-of-a-kind program is now stepping up with free, self-guided, and standards-aligned unit plans that make it easy for teachers to bring the sparkling science of gems into their classrooms, no matter where they are. At GemKids, our mission is to spark curiosity, foster a love of learning, and inspire the next generation of jewelers and gemologists. The GemKids program was created over 21 years ago and has educated over 30,000 children since its inception. Previously known as the Junior Gemologist Program and taught in Carlsbad, our business development team in Africa also taught this program in Botswana, Cote d'Ivoire, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Namibia, Tanzania, and South Africa to local children, and it was exceptionally very well received. Gem Trips by GemKids is a free 2-hour exploration of gems, jewelry, and earth sciences at our GemKids classroom at the GIA Carlsbad headquarters. This very unique field trip for students, teachers, and parents is held throughout the school year for students in the 4th and 5th grades when they're studying about the earth, rocks, and minerals. During this field trip, students learn about key earth science topics. They see over 100 different specimens through hands-on engagement, peeking into microscopes, and touring the GIA Museum. For the October 2024 to June 2025 school year, we had 3,300 students, teachers, and parents in attendance. Since its launch in October 2023, Gem Trip has had 6,100 participants. We're also very excited that we have our first partnership with the Rice Northwestern Museum of Rocks and Minerals in Oregon. They will begin teaching the Gem Trip program at their museum this fall. We're also in discussion with other museums in the United States. Gem Kit by GemKids includes free classroom-ready unit plans for grades 4 to 6, which are backed by the experts at GIA and vetted by teachers to bring a unique, engaging learning experience to students in earth science and gems. The videos and downloadable unit plans are accessible online anytime, anywhere. It includes a variety of readings, worksheets, and activities. Each of the 4 videos follows Gemma, a magical Dalmatian, on a museum adventure where students will learn the key concepts of plate tectonics, the rock cycle, minerals, and gems. Although GemKit was designed with teachers in mind, it can be used by parents and industry professionals to share and inspire the love of gems and earth science. The GemKids journals offer young learners the opportunity to dive into the world of gems and minerals with interesting facts, fun activities, and colorful images that feature new topics every quarter. The GemKids journals are included in GIA's scientific journal, Gems and Gemology, and are also available for purchase at the GIA store. Our GemKids team went to various education and science-based trade shows and events in 2024 and interacted with over 4,600 attendees. Research is fundamental to everything that we do at GIA, and our expertise is anchored in science. Our research fuels every facet of our work, including informing our gemstone analysis, pioneering advancements in instrumentation, and shaping our educational programs. Each year, the GIA Global Research Team comes together in November in Carlsbad to share their impressive research projects, updates on field gemology excursions, and highlight advancements in instrument development. GIA has the gem and jewelry industry's most extensive research team, comprising over 60 researchers. Among them, 22 hold PhDs in fields directly relevant to gemology, like geology, mineralogy, geochemistry, physics, environmental science, and engineering. This photo from the 2024 Global Research Meeting features many of our research scientists from our 5 research centers, as well as several of our Board of Governors and our consultants with expertise in natural diamonds and laboratory-grown diamonds, colored gemstones, and gemological instrumentation. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring gatherings at GIA each year, given the incredible dedication and passion from our great research team, who truly understand the great value and purpose of the important work they do every day. I'm proud to recognize many of our world-renowned experts in GIA's research team and would like to highlight a few of the giants who built GIA to the incredibly trusted institute it is today. Richard T. Liddicoat was the former president of GIA and is widely regarded as the father of modern gemology. He joined GIA in 1940 as Assistant Director of Education, beginning a 62-year career of service to GIA and the jewelry industry. When promoted to Director of Education a year later, he was the first person outside of the Shipley family to hold a major position at GIA. Mr. Liddicoat was picked by Mr. Shipley to be his successor and became Executive Director in 1952, retiring as President in 1983, and becoming Chairman of GIA's Board of Governors until 2002. He played a pivotal role in establishing GIA as the leading authority in gemstone education, founded our research program, and established the diamond grading standards. Liddicoat's contributions to the industry include the development of the 4Cs grading system for diamonds and his work in advancing the understanding of gemstone identification and evaluation. In 1977, a new gem species of tourmaline was named after Mr. Liddicoat, Liddicoatite, in recognition of his contributions to gemological knowledge and education. G. Robert Crowningshield was the central figure of GIA's New York laboratory for over 50 years, and his groundbreaking work took GIA and the young field of gemology to new heights. He joined GIA in 1947 and was the vice president of the Gem Trade Laboratory in New York, and his work revolutionized gemology, notably in 1956 by identifying the spectroscopic features for detecting irradiated yellow diamonds, establishing the spectroscope as a key tool. He also reported on laser drilling in diamonds in 1970, conducted the first scientific study of gem-quality synthetic diamonds in 1971, determined Tahitian black cultured pearls were naturally colored in the mid-1970s, and provided the definitive color nomenclature for Patparacha sapphire in 1983. He also published over 1,000 observations in Gems and Gemology's Lab Notes column, which he started in 1957. Dr. James Shigley, Distinguished Research Fellow at GIA, joined GIA in 1982. Dr. Jim Shigley is a Distinguished Research Fellow at GIA in Carlsbad, where he helps direct GIA's research activities on the identification of gemstones and has ongoing research interests in the natural environments of gem mineral formation, as well as the characterization of gem materials. He is a respected speaker at many industry events. Tom Moses, Executive Vice President and Chief Laboratory and Research Officer, joined GIA in 1976. The face of GIA labs and research, Tom is a legendary gemologist who has examined almost every important gem in the world. John Queveler, analytic microscopist, joined GIA in 1976. John is best known for his contributions to inclusion research and through his work in photomicrography. Sorry about that. He revolutionized the world of gemology. He introduced cutting-edge techniques into his research, including the use of fiber optic illumination, a technique that has become commonplace in gem labs around the world. John is a renowned author. In 2019, GIA researchers confirmed a new mineral species, John Quevelite, named in John's honor. It was found in the Mogok Valley of Myanmar. Shane McClure, Global Director, Colored Stone Services, joined GIA in 1978. Responsible for directing global colored stone identification services, contributed to many advancements, including the identification of new treatments and composite techniques, and steps towards clearer nomenclature for corundum, jade, turquoise, and many other gem materials. Shane often compares his role to those of a detective and a forensic scientist, taking an unknown material and figuring out what it is. Dino Degano joined GIA in 1978 and retired in 2023 after 45 years of service as the senior manager in the Colored Stone Identification Department. Dino mentored and trained many of our staff in Carlsbad, New York, Hong Kong, Bangkok, and Tokyo. Dr. Aaron Polke joined GIA in 2014, initially as a postdoctoral fellow in the GIA postdoctoral program, PhD in geology from Stanford University. He is the senior manager of Colored Stone Research, and here with us today if his flight made it. Wim Virtuous, everybody knows Wim, joined GIA in 2015 in Bangkok, and he is the manager of field gemology. Wim has a master's in geology, specializing in geodynamics and geofluids. He's also earned the GIA GG and FGA diplomas. Nathan Renfro joined GIA in 2007. He's the senior manager in colored stone identification, has a geology degree, specializes in gemstone inclusion identification, the photomicrography of inclusions in gems, lapidary arts and defect chemistry in corundum. He mentored under John Queveler and is well known for his magnificent photomicrographs, which I'm using today in this presentation. Shoko Adaki joined GIA in 2017 as a research scientist. She's a senior manager of diamond identification at our GIA Tokyo Research Center. Shoko has a PhD in chemistry from the University of Tokyo, did her postdoc research at the University of Hawaii. She currently leads our diamond identification services for GIA labs in Tokyo, Bangkok, Hong Kong, Mumbai, and Surat. Nicole Arlene joined GIA in 2016, the day after she graduated as a GG. We hired her. She is the supervisor, colored stone identification at GIA Carlsbad. Nicole has a degree in geology and then took the GG. A frequent contributor to Gems and Gemology, her current research interests include geographic origin of corundum and emeralds and origin of color in colored diamonds. She's a frequent contributor to Gems and Gemology and gives lectures on numerous gemological topics. Nikki's here with us for her first ICA Congress, so please say hi. Sudarat Kai Sisaso joined GIA in 2007 and is our senior manager in colored stone identification at GIA Bangkok. Kai has a master's degree in chemistry and leads the Bangkok Colored Stone Identification Team. She's continually involved in efforts to train GIA colored stone staff in Bangkok, Hong Kong, and Tokyo. She has authored many research articles on treatment and geographic origin and gives presentations frequently to the jewelry industry. And there are many others on the global research teams who make a significant contribution to our important work and mission each and every day. As we heard from Wim yesterday, his wonderful talk about understanding the story of gems, GIA's field gemology program is an extremely important part of our research department, especially in determining known origin, given the field trips of gemologists and geologists to mines around the world. We continue to build a world-class reference collection and an extensive database that can be accessed by GIA researchers and gemologists from all of our global laboratories to facilitate their identification and scientific research work. GIA's unique collection of colored stone rough from verified sources allows us to determine the country of origin of colored gemstones: natural ruby, sapphire, emerald, periheber tourmaline, red spinel, and alexandrite. The GIA has an extensive and rigorous collection of verified colored stone rough samples that aid in our identification and origin determinations. The GIA Field Gemology Program, established in late 2008, is the foundation of our colored stone research, identification, and country of origin services, and is based in Bangkok. The reference collection is built with samples collected since 2008 and comprises, according to Wim, 29,464 verified samples, some comprising several hundred individual stones, totaling more than 1 million carats from 20 countries that have been visited by our teams. The GIA Field Gemology team has visited all of the main ruby, sapphire, emerald, and spinel producing areas in Asia and Africa, and recently completed their 100th expedition, adding to the Institute's unrivaled store of independently verified gemological information from colored stone mining locales around the world. Our 5 research centers and the scientific experts at GIA are also active in publishing their important research work in both the GIA Gems and Gemology Quarterly Scientific Journal, as well as in important research journals such as Science, Nature Geoscience, and others, which broadens the audience for this critical science to be shared more widely and with those outside of our industry. Through our grading services, we assess more than 5 million gemstones each year, and these are an extremely important resource for our researchers to see firsthand new treatments, gemstones from new deposits, and enable GIA to protect both the consumer and the trade and provide scientifically based determinations on origin and identification of gems. GIA's founding father, Robert Shipley, had a groundbreaking year in 1934. He created the American Gem Society, AGS, with the intent of promoting professional integrity and ethics, together with providing continuing education for those in the gem and jewelry industry. AGS was a guild society to which the newly GIA-educated jewelers could join like-minded professionals. We are delighted to continue a very strong relationship with our sister organization, AGS, today. In 2022, AGS closed their laboratory and their research team joined the GIA research team, and they are doing important work on diamond cut analysis, focusing on fancy-shaped diamonds. Also in 1934, Robert Shipley launched Gems and Gemology, a quarterly scientific journal to continue to educate the trade about the advances in instrumentation and gemstone identification. We are very proud to offer for free on GIA.edu every copy of G&G since 1934. This is a tremendous resource for anyone interested in or studying gemstones, and articles on specific topics can be easily searched for providing an extraordinary amount of information. Gemology has become an increasingly technical field, driven by the need for more advanced analytical methods and instruments to test gem materials. This shift reflects the evolving challenges of gem identification, a trend that has become well documented in major gemological journals. This special issue of Gems and Gemology, Winter 2024, surveys the testing instrumentation currently employed by GIA laboratories, reviewing their applications, limitations, and the vital information each technology provides. Important aspects of their use for gem testing are discussed. We examine the introduction and role of scientific instrumentation in gemology to address identification challenges in the marketplace. The use of scientific instruments for testing gems at GIA began a few years after its founding in 1931, as reported in early editions of this journal. Prior to that, there were few gem testing instruments designed specifically for jewelers. In the early 1900s, G.F. Herbert Smith at the British Museum in London championed the optical refractometer for gem testing. He and his contemporaries discussed additional practical tests such as dichroism, absorption spectra, density, and hardness. GIA founder Robert M. Shipley sought to expand the development of testing instruments tailored to meet the needs of jewelers and gemologists while educating them on these tools. With the establishment of the GIA Gem Trade Laboratory in New York in the fall of 1949, gem testing for trade clients and the use of gemological instruments became more routine at GIA. This use increased with the introduction of the first GIA diamond grading reports in 1955. GIA Instruments was established in 1966 to develop new equipment and refine existing tools. The acquisition of more advanced scientific instrumentation accelerated following the creation of GIA's research department in 1976. Significant investment in research associates and analytical instrumentation has continued to the present day, with new instruments to aid the trade continuing to be developed and released for sale. The rigorous testing and analysis conducted by gemological laboratories plays a crucial role in ensuring the authenticity and quality of gemstones. Through advanced gemological technologies and expert evaluation, GIA's laboratory provides accurate assessments of diamonds, colored stones, and pearls that contribute to the integrity of the gemstone market by offering consumers and professionals confidence in their purchases and appraisals. The work done in the laboratory not only reinforces trust, but also advances the science of gemology. For this reason, GIA offers an array of reports for colored stones, pearls, and diamonds intended to protect consumers of fine jewelry and enhance trust in the market for gemstone dealers. The case studies in this Gems and Gemology show examples of the grading methodologies used. As the gem and jewelry industry continues to evolve, so does GIA's laboratory, adapting to meet the industry's ever-changing needs. Through continuous research and the use of advanced gemological testing, GIA maintains a high degree of accuracy that defines its grading and identification reports. Determining the origin of colored gemstones is not an exact science. Scientific and practical constraints mean that origin reports are at best informed opinions, not fact. Geology, not geography, dictates gem formation. Deposits with similar geologic conditions can exist across man-made geographic boundaries, making it extremely difficult to distinguish gems based solely on country of origin. Conversely, deposits within the same country can have varying geological makeups, resulting in differing gemstone characteristics, and technology cannot always definitively identify a gem's origin, particularly for stones like blue sapphires. As Wim stated yesterday, research requires qualified, experienced staff, scientific instruments and equipment, and a reliable sample set, preferably collected from the mine with accurate data for reference. The Richard T. Liddicoat Gemological Library and Information Center is the largest and most comprehensive gemological library of its kind, with 65,000 volumes, 2,200 videos, and 1,200 periodical titles available to researchers, students, staff, and the industry. We also have more than 230,000 images related to gems, jewelry, and GI's history and archives. The Cartier Rare Book Repository and Archives house more than 50,000 items in a strictly controlled environment. We're fortunate to have many extraordinary rare books in the RTL library collection. We actually have 31 different editions, the earliest from 1496, of Pliny the Elder's Natural History, one of the earliest and most celebrated thorough academic works and the first classification of gem materials. Jean-Baptiste Tavernier's Les 6 Voyages, published in 3 volumes between 1676 and 1679, chronicles his travels as a gem merchant through Turkey, Persia, and the East Indies. We also have one of the very few surviving catalogs promoting the sale of Russia's crown jewels. Published in 1925 by A.E. Firstman for the Bolshevik government, it is among the most thorough inventories of Russian imperial treasures in existence. More than 1,200 of the rare books have been digitized and are freely available through the nonprofit digital library Internet Archive. Throughout our nearly 100 years of research, GIA has constantly developed specialized instrumentation to assist in the identification of gems, as well as treatments and inclusions, separations of naturals and synthetics, colorimeters measuring color, AI and machine learning for clarity grading, and most recently, our development of a robotic automated grading system using 8 instruments currently used in our grading process in all GIA laboratories. We continue to invest significantly in the accuracy and consistency of our results through specialized instruments and expert graders. These instruments help to unravel the mysteries of gems and help researchers to tell gem stories. These are critical tools used every day in the industry. At the mine, manufacturing, designing, retail, or appraising, one of the most important tools is the gemological microscope, and we are thrilled to have recently launched the newest ergonomically designed binocular microscope, the GIA Gemolite NXT, in 3 editions, the standard, the professional, and the photo microscope. These tools ensure that gemologists and jewelers can be confident in their ability to evaluate gems and jewelry in all sectors of the industry. We at GIA strongly believe that we have great opportunities to continue to expand and enrich our colored stone services, with a significant increase in interest in colored gemstones for bridal rings, fashion jewelry, important designer pieces, and very rare one-of-a-kind treasures of Mother Nature at auction. Grading reports are becoming more and more important in the colored stone trade. In 2024, we reformatted our colored stone report after extensive research and discussions with the trade about their needs for this very important service, and the new report will be launched shortly. We're also launching the new jewelry grading report at the JCK show, which will be of great value to the trade selling finished jewelry. Recognizing the industry's interest in more information about the nature of fillers in emeralds, GIA now offers filler identification with its emerald reports, which began in December 2024. In September 2024, we announced new reports for cultured pearls containing the bead nuclei embedded with a radio frequency identification, RFID tags, which will now receive a report comment with the unique RFID reference number of the pearl, advancing tracing capabilities and source transparency. In December 2023, we introduced the GIA Jade Report, featuring additional gemological information in a streamlined format. One notable improvement is the inclusion of a dedicated section under Results that details the type when appropriate. The addition of a table featuring type definitions further adds to the report's depth and clarity. The commonly used trade term, fei-kui, will be listed in the comments section when appropriate, with the explanatory note stating that fei-kui refers to jadeite, omphacite, and cosmochlore. The best way to predict the future is to create it. The future is coming at us at such a rapid speed with great opportunities, and it seems with many challenges, which is creating an uncertain and sometimes unsettling feeling about what is coming next. Whether it is using artificial intelligence and machine learning to support clarity grading in our laboratories, using robotic systems such as the automated GIA Diamond Melee sorting service and the new colored stone Melee sorting service, or building decades of research into the desktop GIA ID 100, instruments to differentiate natural and laboratory-grown diamonds, GIA moves thoughtfully to ensure results and that our grading reports, services, and scientific instruments are accurate and trustworthy. These advances in innovation and technology are an important part of our future at GIA, the industry, and the world. A quote I often recite is, "Neither the strongest nor the most intelligent of a species that survives. It is those most adaptable to change." We must all embrace change and be adaptable to changing directions to be sure we chart the new course needed for our future success. This can often seem daunting and filled with challenges, but it is critical and can be invigorating and exciting. Consumer tastes are changing. Their expectations of the beautiful products that we sell are high, and they relish the wonderful stories that come with gems and jewelry and highlight the importance of responsible sourcing, transparency, and traceability. These will all be critical elements for our future success. As I share with our teams at GIA, my crystal ball is very cloudy these days, and it can seem difficult to chart your path forward in times of such uncertainty. However, I always choose to be optimistic and find the positive in each situation. The great thing about challenges is that many times they create our greatest opportunities. I have seen that throughout my life and my career, and I am optimistic that the future for the gem and jewelry industry will be far stronger and better than our past. It will take hard work, commitment, dedication, and courage, as well as working together as an industry with a strong desire to be the change we wish to see in the world and in our incredible gem and jewelry industry. As you know, GI is well known for the 4 C's. My other C's for the future are confidence, commitment, compassion, courage, and each of these traits, when combined with collaboration, connection, creativity, will ensure we are all creating value. This will ensure that the industry remains relevant and thrives in the future. We at GIA will continue to focus on our North Star, our consumer confidence mission forward. We're a very unique independent organization with many facets, and I am confident that we will shine even brighter in the future. We are very excited to be hosting with AGS a unique new conference in Carlsbad, California, Converge, on September 7th through the 10th of this year. This important gathering of the industry will be focusing on thriving in a world of constant change. Adapt, evolve, succeed. We're bringing together the best of GIA Symposium and AGS Conclave, a convergence of strengths together for the first time. Gatherings like Converge uniquely create an experience that touches all of the senses. Amazing learning opportunities together with networking with industry colleagues from around the world, an opportunity to meet new people, forge new friendships, collectively brainstorm the way forward for our industry, together with remarkable keynote speakers, the Harvard Business School program, groundbreaking research sessions and poster sessions, and AGS Conclave presentations on topics of critical importance to retailers and the trade. We hope you will join us for this transformative event in September as we collectively chart the course for the future of the industry, which we are all passionate about and which we wish to be sure is here for future generations as it has been for thousands of years. Follow your passion, be prepared to work hard and sacrifice, and above all, don't let anyone limit your dreams. As was shared yesterday by Marcelo, the wonderful quote from the brilliant architect of Brasilia, Oscar Niemeyer, "Things only happen if we dream." Thank you so very much for having me here today to speak with you, and obrigado, thank you.
Thank you very much, Susan. Thank you very much for such an inspiring talk. Thank you so much. Well, while Susan is being photographed, I was amazed by, because this is Gemstones for Generations. I love the GemKids program. It's wonderful because we are thinking about the future. The future are the children. And also having a new alumni chapter in Brazil is quite something. So thank you very much, Susan, and thank you, GIA, for having contributed to the advancement of gemology since 1931,